Hello and welcome to today's video. In this webinar we're going to be looking at video strategies for authors. Now I'm not going to waste any time, we're just going to jump straight on into this. Now, number one, why should you be thinking about using video in your marketing strategies? Now, one good reason is that it humanizes your brand. Okay, it creates that link that with written text and images you're not going to get, okay? So this is putting together the sights, the sounds, everything, and it just brings you that much closer to your audience. Okay, now if that wasn't enough for you, here's a few statistics that would definitely convince you that video is the right way to go. A third of the time that people spend online is dedicated to watching videos. Okay, that's 74% of all internet traffic is video. 87% of marketers use video content in their marketing strategies. And video on landing pages is capable of increasing conversions by 80%. And what about the fact that YouTube is the second most visited site on the internet? Okay, with almost 5 billion videos watched every single day on YouTube. Okay, in an average month, 8 out of 10 18 to 49-year-olds watch YouTube. 6 out of 10 people prefer online video platforms to live TV. More than half of YouTube views come from mobile devices. And 92% of mobile video consumers share videos with others. The power of video is not linked just to YouTube though. In fact, it can help you with your branding in general and your marketing efforts, as video shows up really well in Google search results. But Google and YouTube, they're not the only people using the video content. Okay, you're getting it on your websites, but also on other social media sites. For example, Facebook are really pushing their video content, but it's also appearing more and more on other channels as well, like Twitter and Instagram. Now, hopefully at this point you've realized the power of video content. Now let's just have a quick look at some of the types of content that you can put out there. Okay, what about product reviews? Now, as an author, the immediate thing that springs to mind is to do book reviews. Okay, so reviewing other books by other authors and getting in touch with the literary community. Now, on YouTube, for example, there is a huge booktube community, which is very, very friendly in talking about books and things, but it's not just limited to book reviews. Okay, there's also your book hauls, your book discussions, and things like that as well. So you can sort of really branch out, and I really strongly advise you to get in touch with the booktube community on YouTube if you are looking into doing video there. Okay, but it's not just limited to booktube community, because there is actually an even smaller niche within that community called authortube. Okay, and here you can really share and get in touch with the authors within that community as well. You can do product reviews, like I was saying with the books, but product reviews is not just limited to the books. Okay, as an author you can also talk about the types of programs that you use. Maybe there's some writing apps, maybe the type of computer that you use to do things, be that programs that you use, maybe if you're designing your own book covers, or maybe it's an editing software that you use, maybe it's actually the system that you use to even write your books. Okay, so anything that comes under the arc of products that you use within your author journey, then you can review those products in a video. You can also do product demonstrations where you're actually showing yourself using these products and explaining how you use them and things. That gives a really good behind the scenes of what it's like to be an author. Okay, and you can also illustrate that if, for example, it's a software that you're using when producing your own work in progress, for example. Maybe you're looking at an editing software. So if you're using an editing software, even a free one, for example, like the Hemingway app or Grammarly or one of the other editing apps that are online, then maybe you would want to do a product demonstration and maybe a product review as well. That's 2 videos already, and you're giving great insight to your readers into the whole process that goes behind creating a book as well, and that's going to strengthen your author brand as well. Now, why not get your readers involved as well in your content? Okay, you can do a Q&A session, which means you can get your loyal readers to maybe submit questions to you, and then you can do a kind of self-interview answer session there in a video. Interviews, in fact, you can be interviewed, you can interview yourself, you can interview your characters, you can maybe interview other people as well. So maybe interview other authors that you really like. Maybe you could interview book cover designers or publishers. If you have an agent, then maybe you could do a quick interview with your agent. Basically, the world is your oyster here. You could even interview some of your top fans, give them the possibility to interview you live in a video chat. That would be a great prize for your readers, but also give out great content and things as well, and really strengthen your brand there. Another thing you can share is testimonial videos. Now, this could be you giving a testimonial for someone else or a service that you've used, but it could also be a showcase of testimonials that you've received for the work that you've done. What about a general about video? Okay, now this isn't just limited to talking a little bit about yourself. Okay, it's giving more insight into why you became an author, how your process works. Are you a plotter? Are you a planster? You can really get into this, and these about videos, you can break them down. Okay, so it's not just throwing it all out there in one video, although you can do that. You might want to break it down into a series of about the author videos, where in each episode you're sharing a little snippet of information about yourself. It doesn't even have to always be related to writing and books. Okay, you can even share the things that you like to do when you're not writing. Okay, so sharing your other hobbies as well. That helps create a stronger bond between you and your following, and helps them get to know you. Okay, when you know someone a little bit, you feel like you know them, you trust them more, and therefore you're going to trust the products that they're going to give to you as well. Now, one key element that your videos should have is to entertain and inform. Okay, so have fun with it, relax in front of the camera, and really let your personality come out. Okay, because that is going to help people connect with you. That's that little extra element, that X factor, which is going to get people watching your videos over the vast choice of other videos that there are available out there. Now, another kind of content that you can put out there is obviously webinars, okay, or informative videos, tutorials, that kind of thing, the how-to aspects. Now, when you're doing this, you have several options. You can do a talking head video, like this one right here, where it's you on the camera with a fairly plain background. You may also, when you're considering doing your filming with backgrounds, I mean, I'm actually here, this is my wardrobe, because it gives a nice white background here. Or alternatively, if you might want to do it in your office or on your sofa, you may even want to go out and about and, you know, really mix up your backgrounds and things as well, because that helps pull in interest as well. But when you're doing these informative videos, you may also want to consider doing a slideshow video. Now, this you can do by doing images that scroll. I'm just going to give you an example of this right now. This is an example of a slideshow presentation. You just share some information on the slide and then narrate it. Now, within today's webinar, you've seen the talking head. You've also seen the slideshow presentation, where I've put up the banners with the different information on them and things. Now, that's very, very simple to do. If you're looking to do images very quickly and easily with branding and everything, I highly recommend using Canva. It's incredibly easy to use and completely free as well. Or you can build them up if you get the specifications for sizing on your videos. Then you can set those up using Adobe Illustrator or whatever program it is that you use to do your graphics. Now, when you're doing tutorial videos, sometimes you want to be able to do a screen share. Now, there's various different apps that you can use to do that. One that I particularly like is Zoom. which has a free version that you can use as well. It's also great for using for doing videos as well. You can do unlimited one-on-one videos as well. So when you're interviewing other authors and things, you have that as an option there as well, so you can do the split screen. Highly recommend checking out that app. Like I said, it is completely free. Now, when you're just starting out, you can feel a little bit nervous in front of the camera and things, and so you might want to start off with doing some pre-recorded video that you can edit and organize a little bit better for you. But later on, once you've built up a little bit of confidence in front of the camera, then you should also consider doing some live streaming. Now, these go down particularly well on both YouTube and Facebook. In fact, Facebook live videos get a much higher viewing rate than normal regular uploaded videos. If you're still feeling nervous about getting in front of the camera, here's a few tips to help you look good. Now, one of the first things that you want to look at is your lighting. Okay, the better your lighting, the better you'll look in the video. Okay, we want to be able to see you, so doing it in a dark place is really not going to work. You want to be where you have either a natural light that comes down directly in front of you. For example, I'm filming this video with a window right directly in front of my camera. Okay, there's also other lighting options that you might want to look into, but if you're looking for free options, then natural light is your best bet. You can also check out little devices like this little guy right here. Now, this is one I got this from a site called wish.com. Really good. I had to wait a little while to get it, but not very long, and it's really good. It's a lighting ring. It has 3 different tonalities to that to make it more intense or less intense, depending on how much lighting you need. And that just clips on over. Okay, you can clip that on over your mobile phone, like that, for example, and it does really good selfies, but it's also good for illuminating your face more when you do videos and things as well. It also works nicely when you click it over your computer webcam. Okay, so no light behind you, you want it front facing. Okay, now you also, like I said, you want to mind your background. You don't want a whole load of chaos and mess and things like that in your background. You also have to be careful if you're out and about, for example, doing live videos or whatever, to make sure that you don't actually film anyone that doesn't know that they're being filmed, because if other people appear in your videos, you really should get a written consent that they're okay with you putting that online. You also want to find a quiet place to record, okay, because you don't want loads of noise going on in the background that's going to distract from the content that you're actually sharing. Okay, you also, if you're using your webcam on your computer, for example, to film, then you don't want to have any other programs running. If possible, just do your webcam. Okay, so no uploading or downloading as well during the time that you're filming. You also want to look at how you position yourself in front of the camera. Now, one of the best places is up front and center. Okay, but depending on the kind of video that you want to do, you may also want to move around a little bit. If, for example, you're going to be pointing stuff out on something, you can move slightly over to the side, or you can bring it up nice and close up front. Unfortunately, that's all I have time for today's webinar. I hope that you found it useful, and that I hope that it's going to help you push out of that comfort zone and give video marketing a try. I also hope that it's given you a few ideas of the different kind of videos that you can produce as well, because it's not just book trailers, okay? You can really expand, and with your own creativity, you can come up with some really good video content, okay? Now, that can be both for your YouTube channel, but also on your social media and also on your website as well, because obviously you can embed your video content on your blogs and your websites and things. In fact, I've had a lot of good reader feedback from my personal blog saying that they like the mix of the different types of content and things that I give there. So I highly recommend checking out video marketing as part of your marketing strategy. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.